what I'm disturbed by is that we don't hear the liberal critics of Obama's supposed health care reform. We hear the caricatures of right-wing obstructionists who are terrible and obnoxious and so on and so forth, and they should get coverage. But I didn't see Dennis Kucinich's speech about why he voted against the amended health care bill that came out of the House anywhere. I read one quote from him in the Financial Times. That's the only place I saw him.
Rosie,
of course not, because he needs to come up with a good soundbite like Grayson, right? Republicans say, here's their plan. Don't get sick, and if you do, die quickly. That's the game. That is the game you have to play to get media. I mean, Grayson single-handedly, and Anthony Weiner, completely changed the whole debate. We have not heard of death panels in about a month. Now the question is, what is the Republican plan? Oh, they don't have one. There's also facts about how many people are actually dying a month in this country. You know, we're starting to get facts, but we just had a single-payer doctor on our show. You've had people on your show about the reality of this bill.
Yeah.
They're mandating that Americans have to buy a defective product. This is a windfall for the insurance company.
That's not really a debate, and I think this is where, this is part of we were talking with CNN before, this desire to kind of talk about the right and the left and the Republican and Democrat. The debates that matter now are between Democrats and one another, because you see from clips like this, but also this sort of behavior on the floor that we saw. Republicans in Congress they're not interested in a debate. They're not interested in a solution. They've signaled they're not going to vote, whether it was the stimulus, which no Republican in the House voted for, or health care, which one voted for. They're not interested. And all these efforts at sort of engagement and bringing people in and bipartisan solutions are doomed to fail, and yet we have a media construct that acts as if there is some sort of
people who believe what I believe should play chicken right up till the end, though, because as you say, when Weiner moved the ball, and kind of threats are part of that process of moving the ball. As long as having threaten to blow your own brains out if you don't get your way, as long as you don't actually pull the trigger.